Hello everybody, this is Lee from Lee's Driver Training in Maidstone. Today I'm going to be demonstrating for you the left reverse manoeuvre. This is one of the manoeuvres that we may need to have to carry out on the test. There's 4 possible manoeuvres and this is one of them. So to make sure this manoeuvre works correctly, we need to make sure that we are on a safe location, that we're not doing this on a main road, because that would be too dangerous. We need to ensure that the corner we're going to use is safe and appropriate to use, i.e. make sure that there are no parked cars halfway down the road, or pedestrians, children playing, or roadworks, anything like that. So as we drive past the road, we want to have a good look down it just to ensure that everything is safe there. We're going to be pulling up the other side of the road there, the other side of the junction, and we're going to stop about a drain's width, or about a foot away from the curb. The reason for that is so that we don't hit the curb as we're coming backwards, therefore we can damage the car, damage the tyres and the wheels there. But also on the day of the test we don't want to be hitting or mounting that curb, because that can result in a fault for us. So what I'm going to do now is drive the other side of the junction there, and where we begin. Now, like all manoeuvres, when we're doing them on the test there, or any time, you know, in normal life there, we need to ensure that we're going to take good observations during and before the manoeuvre. That's because we're going to be turning the car and swinging the bonnet out by turning the wheel here. And so we need to ensure that all the way around the car is safe, particularly if there's nothing coming up the road behind us, as well as making sure we have a good look into the road as we're reversing into it there. We're going to be using the curb as a reference. There's lots of different ways to teach manoeuvres and to practice them. Lots of different instructors have different methods. What I use is the curb as a reference to help us. We're going to be judging that by looking at whether the curb is showing in our left door mirror, or whether it's left, you know, and it's no longer in the left door mirror there. Okay, you're not really going to see that on the camera today, so you just have to trust me that that's happening, but that's how I would use it there. Again, like the other manoeuvres, we want to keep the car nice and slow. If we're going too fast, then unfortunately it's not going to work, because we're going to end up not being able to control the steering in time there. During the manoeuvre, most of our looking should be out the back window, because that's the direction that we're travelling in, and therefore that's where the main danger is going to be. Any cars approaching us from behind, or pedestrians that may have crossed the road, you know, without looking at us. Yes, we need to have a look in the left door mirror, because that's how we're going to be judging our position, and so that's fine to look in that. Just make sure that that's not where all our vision is for the whole of the manoeuvre there. The other thing is we do need to glance forward occasionally, just to make sure that the road is safe and still empty and clear in front of us. Okay, so I'm going to get myself ready. I'm going to start the engine now, and I'm going to be pulling up the other side of the junction. So I'm going to have a good look round, my 6-point mirrors and blind spot checks before beginning. The road is clear, there's no one about, so I don't need to indicate and give a signal. So I'm going to have a good look down the road now as we come up to it. That looks pretty empty, which is excellent. Again, there's still nobody about, so I'm not going to signal as I pull up, and I'm about a foot away from the curb there. So I'm putting it into reverse gear. I'm going to have a quick look round now, because I want to get on with the manoeuvre as quick as I can, so I'm not holding anybody up. I'm looking out the back window now, quick glance to the door mirror, and looking out the front. I'm looking out the back again, and at this point, if I lean forwards in my seat here and I'm looking in the left door mirror, I can no longer see the curb, so I know that I'm now at the point of turn. So before beginning any further, I'm going to check my whole 6-point mirrors and blind spots again. The car is safe, there's nobody around us, so I know it's safe to carry on. So as I start to move, I'm going to full lock the wheel to the left and continue looking out the back window, left door mirror, and out the front there. I can just see the curb is starting to reappear into my mirror now, so I'm going to stop at this point, good look round to reassess the situation, particularly over my right shoulder. That's clear again. Still looking out the back, so as I start to move, I'm straightening my wheel up now, so I've taken that steering off that I've put on. I'm looking out my back window and glancing at the door mirror, and now as I pass it, I can see that the curb has gone from the mirror again, so I'm going to stop again, final check over my shoulder there, it's all clear, full lock back to the left, and as I come round now, I can see that the curb is starting to reappear in my mirror, so I'm going to straighten the car up now and drive backwards in a straight line. I'm nice and parallel with the curb ahead, which tells me I'm in the right position. I've ended up about a foot away from the curb. My main observation is now out the back window. Quick glance forward in to ensure nothing's changed. I'm coming back nice and slowly. It's important at this point not to let go of your speed, because a lot of learners at this point start speeding up, and of course it exaggerates their turning position. I'm coming back about 2 or 3, maybe 3 or 4 car lengths away from the junction entrance, so if anybody turns in I'm not going to be causing a problem. So at this point here I'm going to come to a nice stop, apply my handbrake into neutral, switch off the engine. And that essentially is the left reverse manoeuvre. Nice and quickly done there, but still under full control. Good observation during and before the manoeuvre to ensure that everything's safe. I'm Lee from Lee's Driver Training in Maidstone, and I hope you enjoyed this short video.